Good day everyone. We are the group 6 and we are going to report about the mooring system design principle of the Mooring Equipment's Guidelines 4th edition or MIG4. So the members are Flores Manuel Jose, Apostol John Leonil, Alasna Michelin, and me, Ixolo Jetro Albert. So before that, the objectives of this report is to know the new chapters and key changes of the mooring equipment guidelines that has been fully reviewed and updated for the 4th edition, and know the new terminology and updated of the 4th edition of the MEG 4, and the bridge procedures in preparations for arrival at port. So, mooring is a ship to a berth is a common function for the maritime industry. However, incidents that harm ship and the terminal personnel still occur. This publication establishes recommended minimum requirements that will help ship designers, terminal designers, ship operators, and mooring line manufacturers improve the design. So, the performance and the safety of mooring systems. So here is the mooring equipment guidelines that has been fully reviewed and updated for the 4th edition. And the new chapters and key changes includes enhanced guidelines for the purchasing, condition monitoring, and retirement of mooring lines and tails. Enhanced guidelines and the documentation of mooring equipments. And the new chapter of the human factors in mooring design. New chapter of jetty design and fittings, new chapter of ship-shore interface, and the new chapter of alternative technologies. So here are the new terminologies in the updated for the 4th edition of mooring equipment guidelines. So the first is the ship design minimum breaking load. So nylon or polyamide mooring lines should be specified as breaking tested wet because nylon lines change strength characteristics once exposed to water, and it generally do not fully dry to their original construction state. The ship design MBL is the core parameter against which of other components of the ship's mooring system are sized and designed with a defined tolerance. So the next is the line design brake force. So as outlined in the Appendix B, when selecting lines, the LDBF or the line design braking force of a line shall be 100 to 105% of the ship's design MBL or the minimum braking load. The LDBF of nylon or polyamide mooring lines should be specified as brake tested wet because nylon lines change strength characteristics when exposed to water.
Good day everyone, this is Cadet Flores Manuel Jose. So I'm going to discuss the new terminology in the updated for the 4th edition of Mooring Equipment Guidelines. So we have WLL or Working Load Limit. In the same way, the SWL Safe Working Load is a limit for fixed equipment. The WLL value is used as a limit with the standard environmental criteria and mooring layout when designing mooring systems and establishing mooring system designs. Steel wire ropes have a WLL of 55% of the ship. Design MBL and all other cordage synthetic have a WLL of 50% of the ship design MBL. So the second is LMP or Line Management Plan. The LMP is specific to an operator, ship, type, and trade route. However, MIG4 gives general guidance on establishing a LMP. LMP is used to manage the operation and retirement of mooring lines and tails. The LMP also documents the requirements, assumptions, and evaluation methods in determining the line retirement criteria. So the third is MSMP or Mooring System Management Plan. So the MSMP which will complement the ship's safety management system. Through a goal-based approach, core elements of the marine systems are identified, against which high-level goals are established, supported by more detailed function requirements. A register of the mooring system components is maintained for the ship's life in accompanying Mooring System Management Plan Register or MSMPR.
Good day, I am Deck Cadet John Lionel P. Apostol. For today's, we'll tackle about bridge procedures, preparation for arrival at port. To-do list. Arrival at port is an important part of a ship voyage, and there are actions to be taken, aiming to ensure the smooth sail and a safe approach of the ship at port. Failure in carrying out the appropriate procedures might lead to unfavorable situation both for vessel and port. Getting ready for a ship arrival. To-do list. Operators should understand that there are some important preparations to be done when a ship arrives at port. Such procedures are considered critical as there are a number of complexities involved and require both engine and deck departments to be prepared in order to enable safety ship and crew. Actions prior arrival. To-do list. Step 1. The crew should focus on key issues related to safe entrance, berthing and cargo operation of ship at the port, and subsequently complete the pilot card. Step 2. The passage plan should be updated and approved by the master, who should also be constant communication with the chief officer and the chief engineer in order to keep them informed well in advance for the time of arrival. Step 3. A meeting attended by senior officer and the officer is crucial in order to discuss and clarify all necessary issues before arrival.
Key points to be aware of. It is important to note that any action related to this kind of operations should be checked by the officer in charge, with the use of a preparations of arrival checklist, which may contain all the items that the crew should concentrate on. This checklist should be placed in the bridge and be complete and signed prior arrival. Then, the results of the checking procedures should be mentioned in the deck logbook. Key points for safe arrival at port. The main engine of the ship should always be tested. The testing is generally done before the pilot board the ship. Additionally, a careful testing of all important machinery is needed, such as steering gear, generators, important navigation equipment, compasses, and etc. Thrusters and mooring winches before the maneuvering process starts. Also, anchors maintenance and clean before use should always take place prior arrival. Key points for safe arrival at port. A useful checklist aiming to provide the necessary steps is required to achieve vessels' proper preparation before entering the port, like the one provided by SQE Marine here below, containing the following sections. 1. Passage plan. 2. Equipment checks prepared, tested, and ready for use. 3. Before arrival. 4. Port and pilotage requirements.